Welcome, everyone. Thank you for coming in to A Course in Miracles discussion. And then after that, we will do some chanting for change. I'm Teri here with my co-host, Karen Palmer. Hi, Karen.
Hi.
Our chanting and tonight, Christine and Sunny.
Yeah.
Auntie Jean. Oh, it's got the little bird. Hey. And Jessie, thank you for being with us tonight. And anyone coming in virtually, thank you for coming in with us to discuss A Course in Miracles. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Karen, would you take us into our hearts, please?
Absolutely. So I'm going to invite us to, as long as you're in a safe environment, you can close your eyes and find that beautiful place inside where nothing can be disturbed. And let that beautiful place expand so that it's reaching across all the universe. Feel that beautiful, beautiful light that you are, the one light that you share with all creation. Feel that light growing and reaching out with certainty and trust, and knowing that there is a beautiful peace and harmony and gentleness that is showering the entire planet right now. The awareness that there is nothing to fear shows that somewhere in your mind, though not necessarily in a place that you recognize yet, you have remembered God. You have remembered love. You have remembered the absolute oneness. And you have let this strength take the place of your weakness. In this instant, you are willing to do this, and there is indeed nothing to fear. So let's just rest for a minute in this beautiful place, the space between the words. The words are just the symbols. The feeling and the rest and the trust and listening. And knowing with certainty that this session has such healing powers that it may reach all as one. And we rest knowing that as we come back, and we're excited to hear how we can be helpful to one another.
Thank you, Karen. Melanie's joining us, so let's get her in the room. There is nothing to fear. That's the one that we're going into, but the one that we focused on today. God is the strength in which I trust. And that message of trust has been coming up. I know it's been coming up for me for years, and just learning what that feels like to not think with my human brain, but to trust that everything is working perfectly and that I'm taken care of, and remembering the oneness. Every time I start to get out of my heart and think with my head, I see the separation. And as soon as I can just pull myself back into my heart, the trust comes back. It's so interesting that sometimes I go into irritation and frustration, and I'm like, what am I doing? like you always say, Karen, wait, what am I thinking? Right? Go back to the heart. And it's just that simple little twist, that little tweak of the energy. Go back into the heart and say, what was I thinking? I need to stay here where it's safe, where I know I can trust, and I know who I am and what I am. So all day today, as I did the trust exercise, it was just so beautiful to, if I found myself, like even I was running behind and I was running late, and I was like, okay, I'm just going to trust that it's all good. Everybody's going to be there, and not being impatient or worried that we're going to run behind. It's all divine time anyway. You know, this is our linear time that we stress over, not divine time. So going back into the heart, I was like, send Karen a message. It's all good. we'll get there when we get there. And I just love the trust aspect, or as Connie and Andrew have written about, the trust frequency, which is amazing.
Yeah, this was a beautiful one for me. This has been a beautiful day of trust and resting and listening, and just feeling that strength returning, and just, it's all about allowing that trust to just take over the person who I believed I am, and to know that that person is not who I am. And even though I cling to her, and I tend to have the tendencies of feeling safe inside that weakness, I can tell that when I let that strength come over and I let that rest, and just like you said, and I just say, stop. I just say, stop, spirit, take over, please. And I just instantly go into rest, trust, and listen. And it's just become a new habit now. You know, when we have these other habits and tendencies of panic and anxiety and upset, those are learned and practiced also. So I think that rest, trust, and listen is a frequency that we can practice. And I really feel that was what I was doing today. And I'm not going to stop, because I really feel like that, knowing that that trust is all I'm going to lean on now. All I'm going to lean on. I'm not going to even try and think for myself anymore.
I think that's something that we've had to, I know I've had to use a lot in the last, especially this year, and last year, is that feeling of when I see these things happening that shouldn't be happening. And, I have to fall back on that trust. the trust in my Creator, the trust that that He has the strength. Maybe I don't have the strength to face them, to put up with them, but He has the strength. And I live in His strength, and I trust in His strength. And the time thing that you were saying, it's so interesting because I was that person who has always had to, well, you know me, Teri, more than anybody. You know, got to be on time. You got to be here at the right time. If someone doesn't show up when they tell you that they were going to be there at that time, they don't care for you. They don't think your time is as valuable as their time. And boy, I've had to really let go of that and say, you know, there's really no such thing as time except for divine time. And time is not that important. You know, we don't live in time. We live in the now, and we live in the love, and that's what we look for. So this was a wonderful lesson for me, but it was one I've already used many, many times. And I just adopted, you know, Charlie's method, and I started singing it all day. God is my strength in which I trust. And I just sang it all day to keep it in mind. But, you know, it was beautiful. I can't wait for the next lesson now.
That's beautiful, Jean. And thank you for that confirmation. You know, this is my last night here where I'm at in Boulder. And this place has such a special meaning to me. And I never want to leave here. When I'm here, it's like, okay, I know I've got other obligations. I have to get on down the road, but that time that I have to say, see you later, I don't say goodbye anymore. And Ruth is the same way. And I know that that's what was going on. You know, she wanted me with her for as long as she could keep me with her. And here I am looking at the watch, and I'm like, I'm going to be a little bit late for chanting for Course in Miracles. But it's all good. Like you said, it's like, why do we stress over little things? The angels say we're only here for a minute. You know, it's such a short time that we're here. And those that we care about and that we love, be with them. Spend that time with them, you know, and everything else will take care of itself. So thank you, Jean, for your words. And I see Chris raised her hand.
Yes, and thank you for every moment with the nice prayer. Angel Sunny, everybody better. She everybody happy. She waving her red tail, covered Coco. My sister-in-law doggy right here, so that's a fraud too. So that my miracle, and I got in my nail with them. So that's a miracle too.
Thank you, Chris. So glad Sunny's doing better. That is a miracle. Melanie, hi, sweetheart.
Hi, hello, Teri. You know, I missed it. I think it was last night and before last night. I don't know, I was busy, and they're like, oh, I missed it. It's already too late. And I think it was past, 7:30. And tonight I was like, oh no, I'm gonna miss it again. And I was like, oh, I think it's at 7 or at 7:30. And then, but thank you for taking me in. And then, but I was reading, you know, I read about the forgiveness, and then I did that one. Then today, the trust, right? Today
Yes.
was the trust. Oh, okay. So I read that one, and then I noticed that that the trust in God, that I was like that He's the only power, you know. And then that helps me, because to count is in His power, not on my emotions. That my actions are totally right, even though my emotions are telling me no. That I go with God's power, not what not with the emotions that like Karen was saying, that keep me committing, making the same mistake over and over and over and over. And now it seems to me that, like they say, born again, like, you change all those beliefs. And I've been feeling so much better. And I guess that was it. Like last night I was going to do something. No. The emotion would say no. And then I say, no, it's okay. And then I remember, God telling me, no, it's okay what you're doing. And then, oh, yes, it's true. And then I start feeling so happy. And that was it. And then today I felt the whole day so happy. I was just smiling at everybody, like if I felt so good, And thank you.
Thank you for that, Melanie. From the insights lesson, it says, not only does it assure me that I can trust the strength of love, but it assures me that I can rely on this love to guide me in every aspect of my doing. It's another way of assuring me that I'm never alone. I have everything I need to safely and lovingly move through every situation harmlessly and in perfect peace. And I think that's what you're talking about, Melanie, is that perfect peace, that knowingness inside that we are not alone. We don't have to go through this life experience alone. We have wonderful messengers. We have our spirit guides, and we have each other, and it's so beautiful to come together with a group like this, like-minded people that just feel that love and feel that special energy when we can raise our vibration together and explore this together.
Mm-hmm.
Jussie, I wanted to just see if you wanted to say anything. Welcome. I know this is your first time with us.
Yeah, sure. I haven't delved too deeply into the work, but yeah, I've finished the text. But and just to speak about the theme or the subject of trust, I think that's something that I'm learning now, to surrender the ego and surrender the preconceived notions that I have of myself and my story, and allowing that to just kind of be given to spirit and allowing spirit to work through me. And that's something I'm sort of working on, just letting go and just surrendering and trusting that things will unfold and work out as they're meant to. So it's kind of it's like I think Karen said, kind of a new habit for me that I'm working towards, and striving to just learn to let go. And it struck me that I think you said, like, we're only here for a minute, and it just puts things in perspective. It's like, well, the things that you're dealing with, the things that are seeming so grand, in reality and truth, they don't exist, and they're not really that important. So yeah, that's what I would say.
Thank you so much, and thank you for joining us.
Yeah, that's awesome. Very insightful. Really appreciate your insight and your wisdom. It's very important that we all really hear each other. It's something that I think that brings us back to our original innocent true self. Every time that we are stepping out of that place where we think that we know what to say or don't know what to say, and just letting spirit give us the words. And it's very, very difficult for the ego. The ego struggles with it, but the ego is not real, and neither is fear. And so when we think about fear, is false egos that are appearing real. You can see I like acronyms. I use acronyms for almost everything, because I find that when I can put things to an acronym, I can really retain it and keep it fresh in my mind. And just like what you were saying, it's a habit. It's a new habit, and it's we can practice this just by being aware when we do feel anxiety or fear or something coming up that isn't joy, that doesn't feel like it's joy. That's when we know I'm being fooled again. I'm being fooled again. And I'm not going to be fooled again by this. This is where I need to give this to spirit. This is where it comes up like, it's kind of like your GPS in your car. It shows you've gone away from your true self. You've stepped away. And as soon as you start to feel even the slightest bit of upset, even the slightest bit of irritation, that like when we see something on the news, or we are, anything that puts us into that, is an opportunity for us to have forgiveness and healing with spirit.
Absolutely. The staying in our heart is kind of hard for us sometimes, isn't it? Because we do hear about the things in the world, and we're living here on this 3D plane. But the more we delve into this course, the more we see that illusion of separation, it's just that. It is just an illusion, and go back into the oneness. And I just love how we've grown since we've been doing this. We're on lesson 48, I think, today. And what a difference it has made. I've seen such growth in everyone that has been here. And we have people that come and go, and some can't be here at certain times, but everybody has made progress. So I'm just loving it. I appreciate everybody that does come in to add to the discussion and add to the energy.
And I'm excited that we're going to continue on. We were going to just do the first 50, and then we both said we would revisit at 50 and see if we wanted to commit to the whole year. And now, it's like it's kind of like it's rewiring the brain. Like doing the first 50 lessons is a commitment. Who's making the commitment? Ego's making a commitment. Ego's saying that she's got too much on her plate. Does she have ego has something to say about this, has an opinion, has a judgment? But if you just step aside and say, yeah, let's do the 50, and then we'll see and then we'll revisit. It's all about just being gentle with ourselves, and having a good laugh at how silly separation and specialness and sacrifice and suffering really is. It's just silly. It's not real. And it's just, and the more that we focus on it, the more that we can believe it into an existence. That's how powerful we are.
Well, I know I certainly appreciate all of us getting together, because I know that there are people who've gone through the course on their own, and and I know it's been meaningful for them too. But there's so much insight when we meet together and we discuss, and we get different people's views. And as you all know, I'm a repeat course follower, but I've gotten so much more from what we've been doing than when I did it before. So I thank everybody for being here and sharing, because it's made it come alive for me in such a way. It's hard to explain, but I'm kind of like, well, I don't know if I guess it was Melanie who said, I just go around being happy all the time, and just loving everyone and smiling at them, and, not getting upset anymore at silly little things. And, so thank you for that.
Isn't that beautiful? It's a beautiful state to be in, because I remember being upset a lot in my life. And I feel like those were wasted years. But now it's like, we can't do shoulda, woulda, couldas. We can't do regrets. It's just stay in the now and know that now it's a happy place. It's a place of peace. I love that, Jean. So let's go into, there is nothing to fear. And I have to tell you, those angels, I work very closely with the angels, those of you who are not aware. And they just, every day, they keep telling me there's nothing to fear. There really isn't. So Karen, what is that lesson that we need to all be aware of and start saying all day tomorrow?
Okay, this is it. I just encourage us and invite us to welcome this new perspective and invite it in to your day tomorrow. First thing in the morning, as soon as you wake up, open your eyes, look around and say, there is nothing to fear. Just say it out loud, say it to yourself, say it and continue to notice it throughout the day. So the idea for today simply states a fact. It is not a fact to those who believe in illusions, but illusions are not facts. In truth, there is nothing to fear. It is very easy to recognize this, but it is very difficult to recognize it for those who want illusions to be true. Today's practice periods will be very short, very simple, and very frequent. Merely repeat the idea as often as possible. You can use it with your eyes open at any time and in any situation. It is strongly recommended, however, that you take a minute or so whenever possible to close your eyes and repeat the idea slowly to yourself several times. It is particularly important that you use the idea immediately should anything disturb your peace of mind. The presence of fear, okay, this is a confirmation right here. This is what we just all just said. The presence of fear is a sure sign that you are trusting in your own strength. The awareness that there is nothing to fear shows that somewhere in your mind, though not necessarily in a place that you recognize as yet, you have remembered God and let His strength take the place of your weakness. The instant you are willing to do this, there is indeed nothing to fear. So I'm excited for this lesson to continue tomorrow and do these lessons. And it doesn't matter if you haven't done all the lessons either, because you said you haven't been doing the lessons, you just finished the text. It's great to just start wherever you are. And, I love, just kind of flowing with the lessons.
And what a great one to start on. There's nothing here. I just love this lesson. It's going to be very appropriate for me tomorrow, as I've got a very long drive on the road tomorrow. So, and hopefully it'll be clear roads and not snowy and icy.
Yeah.
So there's no fear. I'm going with that and keeping that promise foremost in my mind. So thank you. Thank you to everyone who came in tonight to listen to the lesson and participate in the lesson. And thank you, Jassi, for joining us, and Melanie, thank you so much for being here. So it's at this point that we go into our chanting that we do every night. So you're welcome to stay around, or if you want to click off of the Zoom, it's up to you. We're not your typical chanters. we
Saying it mildly.
We do 2 chants, and we chant from the heart. So if you want to join in with us, you're very welcome. Melanie always comes in just for A Course in Miracles, and then she's gone. But we are going to start with the first one, Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Karen?
Okay, this is our first chant, and this we do 3 times slow, and then we'll do 108 times all together as our beautiful family. Beautiful Auntie Jean will let us know when we get to that magic number, and then beautiful Teri Angel will lead us in a short meditation on freedom, and then we'll go into our second chant. So we declare that all obstacles be removed. Om We declare that all barriers, conflicts, and violence be removed. We declare that all illusions and illness be removed. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. 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 Om 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 Gam Om Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam 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 Ganapataye Om Gam Ganapataye
Namaha.
Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye
Namaha.
Om Gam Ganapataye
Namaha.
Om Gam Ganapataye
Namaha.
Om Gam Ganapataye
Namaha.
Let's take that breath again into our heart center. This time, we're going to focus on love. We're going to focus on freedom. We're going to focus on no fear, just going forward into that higher vibration, just knowing who we are and what we are, and that there are no barriers or obstacles. And when we chant to remove them, we're removing that thought from inside of us that they even exist. So as we raise our vibration higher and higher, we're going to just lift each other and lift up the energy of peace and love in the world through this next chant, known as the miracle chant. And we have our miracle Marlene joining with us. Hi, Marlene, and Hope Wellington Marshall. Thank you for being with us. So, Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Karen, please talk about that.
Okay, so this is where we're going to chant 3 times slow, and then we'll chant 108 times all together as our beautiful family, beautiful Auntie Jean will let us know when we get to that magic number. And then beautiful Teri Angel will lead us in the next part of our session. So we declare that all are accepting, aligning, allowing, and awake. Nam
Myoho Renge Kyo.
We declare that all are happy and healthy.
Nam Myoho Renge Kyo.
We declare that all live in peace and harmony and are open and ready to receive miracles. Nam
Myoho Renge Kyo.
Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo.
Nam Myoho
Renge Kyo.
Myoho Renge Kyo.
Nam Myoho
Myoho
Renge
Renge
Kyo.
Kyo.
Nam
Myoho Renge Kyo. 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 Myoho Renge Let's take a deep breath in and really feel that energy of love, of compassion and joy and peace. This chant has brought us to that beautiful place. And every night we give honor to God, our creator. And we do that by chanting Om 3 times. Om is the cosmic sound of God. And then we're going to stay in our hearts for just a minute, just to connect in with our heart and our brain, and just let the brain know that we're happy, we're in a good place. And this is so healing, to tell our body how it is, to tell our body everything is working perfectly. And we are happy and we are joyful. We've just gotten through making a joyful noise, and we're going to then give that love out to the world. So if you'd like to join with us, take a deep breath in, and we'll start the chanting of Om. 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 Now it's time to send that love energy forward as a blessing into the world. Anytime we give love from our heart, we get it back. So it's a double blessing for those receiving and for those of us giving. So let's send that wave far and wide. Let's send it down into Mama Gaia, just letting every being on the planet have an opportunity to feel loved, to see a light shining in the dark. So as you take a breath in, envision that love coming from the divine, and then send it out with no agenda, just to let it go freely into the world. It will know where to go. It'll know whose heart to touch. It feels so good. Om Shanti
Shanti,
Shanti.
Shanti.
Peace, peace, peace. It's our heart's desire, it's our prayer that the love we send forth reach every piece of our planet, everywhere where there is energy. Let it feel this love that we hold in our heart. Om Shanti.
Teri.
Oh, thank you. Thank you to everyone who chanted with us tonight. And we make a declaration every night. Karen, would you guide us in that declaration?
Sure. So this is where we're going to hold the vision for all the beings on the planet to feel that there is peace on earth, and to feel that peace emanating and radiating from their hearts. And we do that by knowing that we start by radiating it from our heart. So we do that on 3, 2, 1. We declare
that there
is
peace
peace on earth.
We
And
declare
we declare that peace begins inside of us.
So it is.
always.
Peace forever and forever.
Amen.
Amen.
And if Charlie was here, he would say, we've been doing this for 980, I think 81 days, right?
No, I think it's 990.
What was it? 990? Okay, 990. And we do that because we are the peace.
Peace for peace. Uh-oh. Jean, you're muted. How'd that
Me?
happen?
Me? Oh,
No, Jean.
Oh no. Okay. We are all P's here. Teri's a P, Chris is a P, Karen's a P, Marlene's a P, Hope is a P, and there are P's out there all over the place. And everyone is going to be a P, whether they know it or not. So, wouldn't you like to be a P too?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
Triple yes.
Wouldn't you like to be a P too? I tried to sing it, though I don't sing very well.
That's all right. You did a
And
great
be
job.
kind.
Yeah,
Be
be
kind. That's what
Very
Hado
important.
would say, right, Chris?
Yes, be kind, yeah.
Be kind.
And this way helping me go away to bed.
You're going to bed?
No, Hado been helping me go away to
He
sleep.
helps her to go
Of
to bed.
course. Sometimes I have to bring my Huddle Bear to
I
bed.
love
too.
Hado Bear.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah,
Right.
when I got away COVID, he was there.
Me too.
I love when you have him and you're chanting with him.
Yeah, it's really good. And
It's very,
Gracie's
it
not
looks so
here.
sweet.
Gracie's not here, but anybody want to sing Gracie's part?
The hills alive by sound of chanting and peace on earth.
And smiles on
And
Your
faces.
faces.
This
You want faces where you're facing, I will freeze where you are around with Gracie.
that's right.
Love our Gracie.
We do. And peace is coming around the corner.
When we chant,
Yeah.
Peace is coming around the
Around
corner
the
when we
when we
chant.
chant,
Peace is
But
coming
come
around the corner
around
when we
on
chant.
some people's
Peace
faces.
is coming around the corner. The smiles in people's faces. Peace is coming
Yeah,
around the
around the
corner
corner when we chant.
chant.
When we chant. We miss you, Gracie. I hope you listen to this. And Marlene, thank you so much for being here, and Hope and
Thank you,
anyone else
Marlene.
who might be listening in. We hope you have a beautiful, wonderful rest of your night. And Charlie, we missed you tonight.
Yeah, but we're telling him.
Thank you, Chris. So stay in your hearts and stay blessed. And we'll come back again tomorrow and do it all over again. Thank you,
Absolutely.
everyone. Love you
Namaste,
so much.
y'all.
Hey, y'all.
Namaste, y'all.
Namaste.
Bye,